What's up, y'all? Let me add Liv. For the second time, we trying this. It works. Hopefully it works. Happy Friday. Critical Counseling episode 9 is live. What's up, man?
Yo,
You good? Good? You ready?
ready, ready.
Okay.
Fine,
Good.
fine.
To see you was a little delayed, man. It's alright.
No,
Shit
I'm
happens, man.
yeah, I'm good
Shit,
though.
shit,
What's up with you?
shit happens. Ain't nothing, man. So, couldn't get Liv. I'm not Liv. Nick on there. I don't know what's going on. You feel
Yeah,
me?
I don't know. I think Zoom would have been better,
Mm,
but it's cool either way.
what's
Like next time we
alright,
could do
man.
Zoom.
Yeah. We'll go on Zoom next time, y'all. So, you can see everybody. As I don't know why I thought I could do the 3-person thing. I feel like I seen it on here though, man.
Nah, I feel like I did too. It's
Like
just
3 people on
you
live. Like,
know what it is. I think that's
oh, there
FaceTime.
go Nick right there. Hold on. There you go. Hold on. Say he joined right there. I
Oh,
don't
there
know if you see him.
you go.
There you
There you
go.
go.
Yeah,
What's up,
Nick.
Nick?
Okay,
Hey,
okay. We good. We cooking now.
Gotcha.
We cooking. Where the fuck you at? It's so dark, dog. What's going on?
in my room, dog. I had to charge my phone. Like I had technical difficulties. Like this shit died on 6 o'clock on the dot. I was like, damn, this about a bitch.
Damn. No, cause I
Yeah.
sent the message. It ain't even go through. So I'm like, he probably somewhere where he ain't got service, man. You feel me? But
No, I'm here.
we
Go
live,
ahead. I'm
y'all.
sorry.
Episode 9, man. Episode 9. I know y'all seen the promo video. We got a few topics lined up for today.
Eight.
One specifically that was cracking me up in the group text. Liv don't like white women. So I'm sorry if you white and you watching this right now. But Liv don't like
Oh,
white women, man.
I thought you said. I thought you said Lizzo. I was
No,
like,
I
whoa,
said
what?
Liv. I said Liv.
Oh,
I said Liv. Liv
No,
don't like white
that's
women.
it's not that I don't like white women. It's just that. It's just that we I feel like um we as
he
a
had a bad
community.
experience one time.
No, actually I had a good experience with white women, but I feel like we as black men, if you look at it, we go get successful and then we get us a white woman. Like only a few celebrities really stayed down with the people they had, like Kendrick, even though
hmm
she half white.
Yeah,
But
I was just about to say that. Like, she half white. That's not a good argument, man.
Brian stayed down with his queen. You feel me? Like Brian really a OG. He really like
I
he
mean,
really
everybody did it. Brian did it.
hmm
Kobe did it. AI did it for a while.
yeah.
hmm
But majority go get a exotic chick or a white girl,
hmm
and that's like it's just weird.
Mm,
It's just weird.
I'm trying to think of one that didn't. It's hard. But I guess it's more indicative of the spaces that they're in
That's true.
than less.
No, that's true. That's true.
Ultimately, what's the problem overall? I'm trying to figure out what the
Because
problem is.
I'm about to tell you because it's like
Umar is the
they
Yeah,
problem.
feel
please explain.
no.
Hopefully he did his
I know.
homework, cause I
I'm a,
I
I'm a,
seen y'all was chatting about
no,
that shit in the group
I'm
chat.
a,
I need you to come with some good shit, man.
I'm gonna give my own. Like I'm not gonna spit off nobody. Like I'm not gonna like take anybody else's argument. I'm gonna give what I feel like is happening, and I feel like
Speak on your
you know
experience, brother.
it's it's a status like it's a status type shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
when okay, if you successful, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you successful, and you go out with your
Yeah.
chick. You want her
Yeah.
to look decent, right? Because she a reflection of you.
Yeah.
Same with her. She wants you to look decent because you're a reflection of her. So I feel like people go out, they just want somebody to like, they feel like white. I mean, I think they do it unconsciously. They don't say it out their mouth. It's a subconscious thing where they be like, oh, I gotta get me a white chick, and that's how you know I'm on. I'm
So
making
what you
millions of
saying
dollars. I got a white
is
chick. Like
people get white women to look good with them? Like, what you trying to
it's
say? Like,
it's like a it's. I'm trying to say like it's like a it's like a
It's a
status
status
thing.
thing.
Yeah, it's like a
It's
status.
how you move within the people that you're around. I don't get how people think that having a white woman is going to help you move around white people better. It's not. It's just you just got a white woman. That's just it.
Yeah, like
Exactly. You just
I don't know who thinks that. I don't think that. I
But
personally
it's no.
think.
It's a thing. It's a thing people think
Hmm.
because you see
they
it
do
within
it,
politicians. You see it within
and they do
ball
it,
players, entertainers,
and
whoever.
they do it subconsciously, right?
Hmm.
Hmm.
It's not something that we do like a lot of the things we do in the black community. We do it subconsciously. We don't even know we do it.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
only
Like,
because you're trying to appeal to that white power structure, but it is what it is. Like I said, it's subconscious. You can learn however long you've been learning, how long you've been living. It's what you do once you know the truth and how you unlearn the bad stuff.
right, right. That's a fact. That's a fact, though. But I feel like it's just like we got to stay down with our queens, our black
Yeah,
queens.
I'm
yeah,
Nobody's
not saying
never
no.
a black
yeah,
queen forever. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
And it's
But,
not like nobody is hating black
but
women, but I feel
you
like
know, on the flip side, though, I do agree with you. Like, you can find love wherever.
wherever.
Like,
In a
love is not a
horrible
color.
place, in a strip club,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's true.
yeah, yeah.
in a parking
What
lot,
what,
and roar, um,
what
at the
Usher
bus
say?
stop, at the trolley stop. You know what I
What
mean?
Usher say?
Wherever.
I feel like it doesn't matter whether it's a status thing or not. If that's what you prefer, that's what you prefer. It's way too much discrimination when
But
people like you, Liz
you know
and
what's
Dr.
crazy?
Umar,
You know
that
what's
just
crazy?
choose not to understand the broader aspect of
But
it.
it's not that just it's not just like you can prefer something
Hmm.
that's cool,
Yeah,
but it's the why you prefer it. Like the why is the reasoning, and a
Mm.
lot of this shit, the why be wrong. I feel like
I
just the why,
can't
like why go do what you do.
I can't say the why is always bad because that's a personal reason.
yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I can't change the way you feel about something, but I
Right.
can give my opinion on it. Because
So what if the
I can give you I can give you a couple bad horror stories I've had dealing with certain women, but you know it is what it is. I'm
Yeah.
still going to be an equal opportunity employer, even though I'm locked down right now. You
yeah.
know,
There you go. You consider the employer.
Now, if
That's
the why
crazy.
is because you feel like it's less stress with a woman of a different race, is it wrong then?
you got to explain everything at that point.
Because we see
Mm.
the dynamic of women that we have nowadays in the black community, right? The sexy reds and the ratchets. I'm outside, them girl. We see that, right?
Hmm.
So is it wrong if you say you want somebody from a different race because they not into all of that?
Because
I
you don't
mean, it
want to
But
is
deal
people
with
from
that.
different races
it's
that are, granted, but if you say that's why, is it wrong then? Because you
Yeah.
see the quality of women, am I right,
Listen.
guys?
Listen. I'm gonna say it's wrong because you know why? I'm gonna say it's wrong. I'm gonna say it's wrong because you know
Why?
why? You attract whatever you
mm,
are, and that's a fact.
that's facts. That's
That's
facts. That's facts.
that's a fact. You attract whatever you are. So, like,
You
meanwhile, whole time I
attract
like
whatever is attracted to you. I don't.
exactly, but
That's not
you
a
don't
hundred
even.
percent
Hold
true.
on,
Why ain't
hold
it?
on, hold on.
I attract
These
everything, brother.
these females, they be like, oh, I can't. Well, I always gotta date a hood nigga, or I can't get away from the hood niggas
Because
and
that's
the
what you
street
attract.
niggas
Because that's what
and the
you're looking
dope
for.
dealers. That's what you're looking for subconsciously, and that's what you're giving off. Your energy is giving off, like you don't even know it, but that's what your energy is giving off. Like you got. Hold on. Like you got like the way you move, what your habits are.
Hmm.
You think you can go to the club and party all night and then come home and like just do the ratchet shit you do and you expect to find a 9 to 5 nigga? No, you're not gonna get a 9 to 5
They're
nigga.
not looking
You're
for
gonna
that.
get somebody.
You need
They
that
not
bad
looking for
pussy.
that.
Oh no, I
But you know what's
disagree.
crazy?
If you
They'll
look good enough,
contradict
a
them.
nigga going look. I
But
don't give a fuck, man.
they'll contradict themselves and they'll say, I'm looking for a good guy, but you in the place, you in the club,
Hmm.
you're in the hookah lounge. You're
Hmm.
not gonna
Let
find a
me
good guy there. You're
let me
contradicting yourself.
Go
let me piggyback.
ahead, Nick.
Let me piggyback off that. It you can find. I agree with both of you because you can find love
Hmm.
if you look for it. in the right places.
Yeah.
But are you ready to receive that type of love? Have you healed enough?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can get a 9 to 5 guy and still be looking for that fast money.
That's that.
Mm-hmm.
You could
Now,
Yeah.
be out
yeah.
here just ruining good guys left and right
Mm-hmm.
just because you still in that hood mentality. You still looking
Mm-hmm.
for the toxicity. You still looking for the things that make you happy
Mm-hmm.
without realizing that hurt people hurt people.
Mm-hmm.
If you hurt, you gonna bleed on people.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't bleed on
Now
you.
you're
That
making other
didn't cut
people.
you. Yeah.
So what you're saying is it's me, right?
I mean,
I've ran
maybe it is.
across, non-desirable black women because of me. No, I'm good, nigga. I don't be out there in that bullshit. I'm not in the streets. I got a good job. You feel me? I stay in the fucking crib. I do what I gotta do for me. I ain't. So is
And
that
here,
why?
I mean,
here's what I'll say.
it's either
Here,
one or two things. It's either A, you might be just attracting these women,
Mm-hmm.
and that could be a subconscious thing. You could have a healing energy, and they just trying to get a hold of that
mm-hmm.
and be healed.
Mm-hmm.
But they got to do the healing themselves. They can't just
Yeah.
just stand next. You can't stand next to somebody who has a healing energy and expect yourself to be
Right.
healed.
Yeah.
Also, you know you could just attract broken women. I get it.
And
Mm-hmm.
and
I
here's
told you I attract all women.
but
broken women.
Broken, healed, white, black, fat, skinny, uh, all of it. I don't think it has anything to do with who I am as a
No,
person.
it does.
I just think that
Oh, it does.
pattern.
no, man.
Listen, patterns matter.
And I
If
just explained
listen,
everything that I got going on. I'm a good person. I got a good
yeah.
job. I don't be in the
Just
streets,
because you
none of
have all
that
these
shit.
good things going for you, don't mean you can't attract bad people. The devil,
But here's what I'll
the
say.
devil may have
So
horns
that's
and
just
sometimes have
contradictory to
glasses.
what you just said, correct? You
Huh?
said you attract what you are.
No,
So
You
but listen,
attract,
here's what I'll say.
you attract
Here's
a lot.
here's what I'll say. Hold on.
But
Here's what I'll say.
but
The past three women I've dated all were it was a toxic relationship and I gave off toxicity. They gave off toxicity. Like it was 50-50, I feel like.
that usually breeds such.
But hold on. After one after one woman, like if you find one woman and it's like, oh, she toxic, she running the streets, she a hood rat or whatever, okay, that's one woman. That's
hmm
that's that's one woman. Then you do it twice, that's a coincidence. Three times, that's a fucking pattern. Now you got to look at yourself. After three times, after I did it, my third woman, and we broke up, I'm like, damn, maybe something wrong with me. I'm gonna look introspectively. Maybe
There
it's
you go.
something wrong with me. Maybe I got some trauma I need to heal. So that's why I feel like it's a pattern. Like
Because
once it gets to a pattern, three or four
hmm
times in a relationship, all right, now you gotta look at yourself because maybe it's not that other person. Like people who've been in failed marriages two and three times, you might have to start looking at
you
yourself.
got
You
to
know what I'm
find the
saying?
common denominator.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is.
Not maybe it's
Yeah,
not that other person.
fair
You get what I'm
fair
saying?
enough.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I mean, and I really thought you was just about to say, God gonna send you lessons until you get the lesson.
That's what I was trying to get to, but
About
I
to
ain't
say,
say
don't
it.
make it soul ties part two now.
Look, God
No,
gonna send you
no, we don't
That's
lessons.
what
need
I
that.
felt like it
We
was going for a
no,
If
minute.
if
we do not
once he
need
once
that.
he says it ain't for you, he gonna make an example of you until
Yeah.
you
Yo,
get up.
yo, listen.
Well, ultimately, I feel like this, man. You're real critical of it, Liv. You're real critical, man. And
I
you
think there's
also are really, what's the word I'm looking for? You ass backwards, because you don't want nobody to be with no white woman, but a Hispanic woman is fine, an Asian woman is fine. So what is it with white women specifically that
I'm gonna
ticks
tell you
you
why.
off?
God
I'm gonna
cool.
tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna take you
Just
back
white
to the
women, like it ain't.
I'm gonna
God
take
cool.
you back to the mid-Atlantic slave trade.
Oh
Oh
God.
No,
my
we all
God,
black.
man. Come on, we
Oh
ain't
shit.
We
there
all
no
black.
more, bro.
We all black.
Oh,
We all black.
come on, man. We ain't there no more, man. Come
No,
Oh
I'm
on.
damn.
saying we're all black though. We just got dropped off at different
hmm
parts of the world.
Yeah,
So we're all black,
Well,
like
yeah.
except for the
well,
Europeans.
it's a hand in hand thing. Some of us are dropped off. Some of us are already here.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Some of us were already here, but we all got one enemy in common. You feel
You
me?
see
I
my
would say,
black ass, they took me
I
right
would
off
say
the fucking
colonize
ship.
gonna colonize, but we if we didn't, I felt like if you go back to stuff like that, you would understand that we spurred the situation. If we didn't show them how to do these things, then they wouldn't be able to
Mm-hmm.
do it. One of my favorite quotes I always say to one of my brothers all the time when you see some wild stuff on the street, like you see some white people wilding, be like, should have never get these niggas soap.
What? Wait, say it again.
Should have never
Should have never get.
get these niggas soap.
Wow.
Because the Moors came to Europe and showed these motherfuckers how to bathe, how to not sleep with their cattle and their like livestock, how to separate that and not have so many diseases. You know, and you can see who took hold of that and who didn't. The Europeans that took hold of it were them Northern Europeans, them Vikings,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Norse. You see, they had dreads. They was clean.
Right.
I mean, and then you can see some of the cultures that were Muslim, and I mean they watch, they do their wudu, and I mean they bathe. That's a common African thing. The
Wow.
cradle of
So with that,
civilization, my brother.
with that
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
said, if we all just black people anyway, what's the problem?
What you
Because
mean?
they're
What's the
a little bit
problem?
too light. That's what
Yo,
he
what
said.
you mean they're a little
They
bit too light?
undercooked. They raw.
Yeah.
They're a little pink in
Yeah.
the middle.
Yeah.
I don't mind it, but
You know what the problem is? I think ultimately the problem is we hate people who look like us. Real shit.
that's subconscious. Yeah,
That's
I hate people
subconscious.
that look like me.
No, I'm not saying you specifically. I'm not saying individually.
Oh
I'm
yeah, 'cause I
saying us
love
as a
all
black
women, brother. I love all
us
women.
us as a
you
black
know you do.
And
community.
you know I
Us as a
do.
us as a black
You
community,
know I do.
we hate each other like on some like crabs in a barrel type shit. That's all.
That's just a mentality you got to get out of because they'll beat they'll try to beat unity out of you, and then when you have a common like thing that we all like, they'll try to get rid of that too.
Yup.
Mm,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Because a good point was brought up to me was if you watch that Bob Marley movie,
mm,
that man was just preaching love and positivity and stuff. Didn't have any ill lyrics, nothing like that. But they wanted that man dead.
mm,
Yeah.
Shame.
Well, I see that it's a common thing now for interracial dating to be a thing. So are we all just, you know, uh,
I
uh
do it to I
broken or irritated? Is it all of us? It's exploring and it's a new world. So now
you
it's
got you got to see all 31 flavors to kind of figure out what you like.
all flavors. But with this dude, I keep saying, man, it's deeper than what you think it is, man.
He might find
And
his
what you mean?
his soulmate is a white
It's
woman.
deeper than, you said something in the group chat. What the fuck did you say? You said, what the
You can
fuck?
flip to it.
I don't remember.
We could
I
take a
don't
moment.
remember what I said either, though. To be honest with you, I don't remember what I said. Yeah, man. I think this shit is deep anyway. It's just shit is it's deeper than we all think. It's like subconscious deep.
Yeah, and you gotta undo that stuff. You gotta like walk through the path of healing, which
And
is a
it's
never ending.
it was crazy. I was talking to my mom about this. I feel like it's just generational trauma, and
Oh, absolutely.
generational trauma is like the hardest thing to get through. Damn, they don't went out.
What happened?
White men is with black women. So that's your real beef. You jealous.
No,
I'm jealous.
no, I'm not jealous.
Be
I'm not.
jealous.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not jealous because
Come home,
I
sister.
feel like it was just as a kid seeing that it was confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
you
was
jealous.
confusing.
You want them to pick you.
No,
But they
no, no,
pick
no,
white
no,
men.
no,
Is that what
no,
it is?
no. It's confusing. It was when I was a child and I seen a black woman with a white man. I was confused. I was
Why?
like that's
When you was a child, you put away childish things.
Yeah.
Now you grown up. I
All I'm
mean,
saying is you just need some good white coochie one time, man.
one
One
time,
time,
change
dog.
your life.
that's not.
Change your life.
One time. So yeah, you just got an internalized hate
It's not hate.
All it's gonna
It's
take is
just
one time. You're gonna be
against
put
white
away.
women, and I'm
Change
just trying to
your
get
life.
to the root of it so we can talk about
I'm
it
telling
and we can see
you the
what's
root.
really going
I'm
on.
telling you the root. I was as a child. I seen this. I was like, this not supposed to be like that. Like
But who
I
told
just, you know what's
you it
crazy?
wasn't supposed to be like that?
No, but you know
He
what's
felt
crazy? No,
uneasy
but
Hmm.
about it.
no, but here's what's crazy. Nobody had to tell me it wasn't supposed to be like that. I felt that like in here, like I felt that like that's not supposed to be like that.
I can
Yeah, because all you
people.
seen was black people.
Mm,
But you
Right.
gotta
I was
understand
just
the
about
When
world
you
is
see,
bigger than
yeah,
what you seen. And this is what I'm
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
explain to you now. Interracial dating didn't just come up. This shit has been happening
we
since
wouldn't have
before
the
the
Drakes.
loving
We wouldn't
thing.
have
Yeah,
the Aaron Judges.
yeah.
All of
But
that.
okay, let me bring up this, right?
I
So
don't.
Dr. Umar says like
Oh, here we go.
Dr.
you got
Umar.
like Chinese
And this is the one who started all this damn shit. That damn Dr. Umar.
Dr. Umar, but listen, he be on point though.
He a funny
You got all
nigga,
these
man.
you got all these Chinese civilizations, these Chinese cultures. What do? They marry in house,
Hmm.
and they keep going. They keep progressing forward. They build generational wealth and everything, and they marry in house. So I'm like, why do black people go outside their race and they don't want to build in house? You know what I'm saying?
Because
Like
we were
we
never
can't be
What
like
are
the
we building?
Chinese,
What are we building?
generational
taught these.
wealth.
If we
Okay, because a lot of these women don't see that. You know what I'm saying?
they
Well,
looking for
They're
that's
not
where
that
that's
far advanced in their mind.
that's
they're
where
not looking
black
for
Okay.
that's where
generational wealth.
black
They're
men
looking for you to generate some wealth now.
Hmm.
that's where exactly, and that's where black men come in as leaders. We don't have no more leaders. There's no more leaders in the community as black men. So
Hmm.
these
No, you
white
got
women,
Umar.
they go to the
Umar.
white
Umar.
these. So no, listen. These black women, they go to the white men who can
Hmm.
lead them, since they can't find a black man that can lead them. You
Hmm.
feel what I'm saying? You see where I'm coming
Yeah.
from? Now it's like, oh, you can't find a black man to lead you, so you felt like you had to go to a white man to lead you. You like that's you
We
get
don't
what I'm
we
saying? Like
don't
there's
have
no
Not
more
always the
leaders.
reason,
we don't
man.
That's
have
there. There's
leaders
no
because we're
more
not
leaders
allowed
in
to
the
have leaders.
fact or fiction. There's no more leaders in the black community. Fact,
Fiction.
and that hurts us. That hurts us. That hurts the kids. That hurts the wives. When he get locked up and he got to go do a bid for 20 years.
Fiction. Why? You want to know why? Because one of my best friends in like 10 years is celebrating his anniversary today. To a black woman, and it's a black man, and
Do
he's a
you
leader.
know
So
what you
let's not
That's
go
mean?
there,
individual.
man.
That's individuality. That's
There's
one
plenty
example.
leaders,
That's
okay?
but
The
where these
women want the leaders. Not really.
yes.
Not really.
What?
Not really. So
Yeah.
some of the
They want
black
what they
women,
want.
most of the black women I've met, no. They just want a nigga just to have a nigga. Okay? They don't think about no
Just to pass
generational wealth.
time.
Just to pass time. Just to not be lonely. Yes.
To further their own pursuits.
Yes. Yes. To have somebody to lay with. Okay?
Somebody got put
To have
in
some,
female college or whatever.
yeah. Or somebody get some dick from. Like, so, like, that's not, nah, man.
Got to come home to somebody after seeing CNA classes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And so, as somebody on the outside, like I don't want that. A woman that don't want nothing. For real, she want to stick in her ratchet ways. She want to
The,
keep
the
going
second
to the
grade energy.
club, disrespecting people. She ain't got no fucking etiquette. None of that shit. I don't want none of that. I want a woman I can take out in public. You know what I'm saying? Know how to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? Want something for real, for real. And I'm not saying it's all black women. I'm not saying that at all.
Right.
There's some good gems out here,
Right.
but the majority of these women, I don't. So when you see people from our race going over to the other side, you can't wonder why.
No, but
You gotta look at
here's
what's around
Using
you
that
and
denied
see
and
that
be
these options are not as good as they used to be. Correct?
can I rebuttal?
Go ahead.
Where do the example that you just gave of the women that just want to be ratchet, get some dick
Hmm.
every now and then,
Yeah.
where do those women come from?
the club
They
after
Most
like
of the
come
times the
from
hoods.
they come from the club, but where do
Hmm.
they come from before that? They come from broken
North
homes.
Philly,
They
about
come from
9
North
miles,
Philly. They come from
South
North
Philly,
they come from North Philly. That's funny as shit.
Southwest,
Oh,
West,
But
they
they
all throughout Philly,
but
brother.
they
Philadelphia.
come from broken homes. They
Hmm.
come from broken homes at
No,
the
they
end of
don't.
the day.
No, they don't. No,
Yes,
they
they
don't.
do. Yes, they
Real,
do. They come from
those
broken
majority
homes.
Johns out here that be joining have both people at home, have a whole father, and be
All of it.
still
All of it. Just because it's the social norm to be that way. But they grew up in great homes. Okay?
No,
Great homes.
I think they come from broken homes.
There's so many people out here that act like that and live that way, and they came from some of the greatest homes ever. Okay,
Those are
it was a
frauds.
period of time where I was out here acting a fucking fool,
As you should.
and my home was great,
You said your
nigga.
what was great?
My
Excuse me?
home was great,
Oh,
nigga.
I thought you said
Okay,
something.
I had structure in there. I had religion.
Yeah,
I didn't want or need for nothing, and I was still acting like a fucking asshole.
Because you got to
So don't,
go through that. You got
yeah.
to
but you
go
know
through
what?
But you got to grow through that too.
That's
If
Mm,
I
teenage
was
years.
still this age acting like that, I wouldn't understand why nobody would want me.
But that's
talk heavy.
like,
But a lot of people never grow out of that phase.
but that's you. That's just like you said. That's your growing phase. You had to
Mhm.
go. You had to grow through that.
Mhm.
Some people live this as their whole life.
Mm. And so you cannot be surprised when a black woman is going to a white man, or a black man is going to a white woman.
Yes, you can.
If that's most
Let
the
me
majority of what
let
they
me
see
let me leave
in their
y'all
community, go ahead.
let me leave y'all with this quote because I gotta step away for a minute.
Okay.
A great man once told me, "You born looking like your daddy, but you die looking like your decisions."
Oh shit. Shit. Mm,
Let that
Oh man, I
wisdom.
should have knew it was something with you, man.
It's always
I
something.
should have knew it was something with
that's
you, man.
a bar though.
Yeah.
That's a bar.
Go ahead, step away, nigga. Me and Liv will keep arguing
I'll be
about.
back. I'll be
All
back.
right, man.
That's a
Okay,
bar though.
Nick gonna step away for a hot moment, man.
Yeah,
He'll
that's
be
cool.
back.
Yeah,
But anyway, back to you, man. I don't know, man. I'm trying to help you understand it, man.
I'm trying to
You don't
hope you understand. I
you don't
I feel
you
like
don't understand it, man.
it's like a it's like a there's a it's subconscious with the black community. Like we don't even know we do it.
Mm-hmm.
How can we fix something that we don't even know is broken?
We start from the root of it.
But we don't know it's broken though.
I think a
So we just go
lot of
along
us
with
know
it.
what's broken in the community. Do we choose to fix it?
We
No,
choose to ignore it.
because a lot of people are stubborn at the same time, right? And they don't want to be told nothing, right? So if you
Yeah.
tell that woman that it's okay, she don't have to drink every weekend, or she don't have to just keep making dick appointments, she can actually date men that actually want to date her. 9 times out of 10, she ain't gonna want to hear it. She gonna
She
want to
not
do her.
trying to hear none of
Yeah,
that.
yeah, she
Yeah.
gonna want to do her. So why not go to where they actually want to date and they actually want to, see about a future and shit like that? Why keep waiting on them? The ones on the other side that don't, even though these are the ones in our community, and we want to keep the lineage going, we want to keep, expanding the bloodline. Why wait? Me
It's
specifically, I'm in my 30s. I'm not waiting
but
for no sister. I love my sisters.
it's
I do. And
it's
I don't
nothing wrong.
discriminate.
Right.
I date everything. I did all flavors, nigga. I didn't eat white, black, Chinese, Indian, nigga. I didn't did it all. But I'm not waiting.
But here's what I'll say is it's not that they go out and choose something else.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can go out and choose something else, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like when they go choose something else, they diss us. And they be like, niggas ain't shit. Why you gotta say niggas ain't shit? No, the niggas you dated wasn't shit. The niggas you chose wasn't shit. So why you gotta diss everybody? Me, when all three of the women I've dated, and like the past three women I've dated, I'll
Mm-hmm.
just say the past three, were all black, but
Mm-hmm.
they all like they was all toxic. But you don't hear
Mm-hmm.
me going around saying bitches ain't shit. I mean, I might say it every now and then, but I'm not consistently on that. I'm trying to better myself, and like I might go find a sister that's like healed and everything. Because
Mm-hmm.
you know,
A lot of
I don't know.
them are healed, but I tell you what, they hard to find because they ain't looking. They done been through so much shit. It's just like, you know what? Fuck it. I ain't dating nobody. Okay. They get they good jobs and they go to work and they come home and they don't want to be bothered, man. Because niggas have done them so bad. And it's sad. side. So then they gotta go over there with Chad and them. They don't feel comfortable with Jamal and Malik. Jamal and Malik to fuck them over so much.
I'm
That's all,
not
man.
going. I only heard it. I heard the tail end of what you were saying.
Mhm.
I ain't hear the beginning part. I heard you. I heard you don't want to go with chill with Jamal. You was
Yeah, I said
breaking up.
those women that are healed, that are typically hard to find, they
Uh,
don't want to date anymore. That's why it's hard to find them. You know what I'm
uh,
saying? Because
yeah.
they don't, you know, they've been healed because they've been broken by black men in a lot of cases. So they go to Chad and they go to Robert and shit like that because they don't want Jamal no more. They don't want Malik. They don't want Marcus.
You you know what I call that though. You know what I
We
call
call it.
that though. I
We
call
call
that
it.
settling.
Really?
Yeah, you settle.
I don't think so, man.
You settle.
If I get a white woman now, am I settling?
I don't know. I just feel like the reason I go back to the reason, like why you're doing it. Like you could naturally go out and find somebody that's white, and you could fuck with them on some genuine type shit.
Hmm.
But these women, they just do it to diss black men. Like
No, some
they gotta.
women just want white men. It's a preference. Some women just don't want to deal with the shit that a lot of black men bring. You got to understand that. You don't want to understand it.
No, it's the black men that you're dating is the problem. It's not just black men as a whole. You go to the hood and you look for fucking if you go to the store, like let's say you go to the vegan store
Hmm.
and you looking for some lamb chops and some beef and some chicken. Why are you in the vegan store?
Hold on. Just restart the live and all of that shit. I don't
You
even know
gotta
if you just
restart it.
heard. Cause my I got my social media limit thing about to cut it off.
All right.
So if it go off, I'll just restart it. I'll send you an invite
Okay.
or whatever. It'll be like another 2 minutes or so. But moving on, man. Moving on. We'll talk about this in the group chat. Maybe bring this back for a second
For sure.
segment. We'll bring the whole interracial thing back.
For sure.
I wanna put a few clips in the episode too. Once I upload it on YouTube, I'll put in a few clips. You know,
But
backing up my argument. But hip hop music, man. Hip hop music, black community, man.
that's a good segue. I
Mhm.
feel like it's a good segue because so we all heard the interview that we had that Dr. Umar had where
Mhm.
he said that he feels like the hip hop community isn't furthering the black community. It has done more harm than good.
Mhm.
So he got a lot of pushback on that. Not only did he get pushback from the dude that was on the podcast, I
Mhm.
watched Joe Budden. Joe Budden was against it.
Mhm.
His co-host Ish was against it, and I'm
Mhm.
like, I feel like they not seeing the bigger picture because they
Yeah.
keep giving the same examples. They keep saying, "Oh well, hip hop provided jobs for a lot of people and stuff like that," and it's like it provided jobs for certain people. Like you had
Mhm.
to be in that space musically. Like if you
Mhm.
wasn't in that space, you're not getting no job. What
Mhm.
What hospitals did it build in the black community? What banks did it build? You feel me? Like what?
Hmm, fair enough. Did
Yeah,
it give some people a sense of belonging and a sense of comfort though? It has. I think it's deeper than any business that it could have started or could have, you know, it could have rooted. You know what I'm saying? I think people when they think about that, they think about oh, what has it done as far as financially or some shit like that. And it's like, yeah, we need to explore that, but it also helped a kid not kill himself because he listened to his favorite artist that day. It also helped, you know, somebody make a living. Somebody is a videographer that does music videos. Okay, somebody is a stylist that styles artists. So it's done a lot of things. They talk about these businesses and stuff like that, and I get it, but it's just way deeper than that. It's way so I understood Dr. Umar because like as far as nowadays, no, it's not doing nothing but making brothers kill each other. It's not like let's be real. Like the rapper just died, and I said that I was going, you know, try to keep the name out of here, but we all know who it is. The rapper just died. You know what I'm saying? Many rappers have died this year. Many rappers and young kids listen to music and they influence to do drugs and drink lean and all of that shit. So it's had its good and it's had its bad. Unfortunately, right now the bad outweighs the good.
facts.
So you got a lot of people that's against it.
Yeah, you right. Like a lot of today's music is like toxic. But I
Mhm.
would say, I would say like the '90s when NWA came out,
Mhm.
that shit was toxic too. So
Yeah. Yeah. No. Definitely. Definitely.
when it was,
Yeah.
it was. Here's what I'll say: it was toxic, but it was
Mhm.
empowering to the black people because they
Mhm.
were saying fuck the police and shit like that.
Mhm.
That's it gave us it made us feel like we gotta fight back. But then it
Yeah.
also was like we're promoting violence with gang music and shit like that. So
Mhm.
it's like I don't know. It's two sides to every story, three
Yeah.
sides, the truth if you want to add that. But I'm just saying like has hip hop the question has hip hop done more harm than good?
Mhm.
I would say I would lean I would lean towards the more harmful side because it's like and I'm not all the way on the harmful side. I'm
Mhm.
just like a little bit over there because if we don't even have to go to drill music. Like
Mhm.
we can go before drill music. Like
Mhm.
we can go to like when T.I., Jeezy, Gucci Man was just coming out, they
Mhm.
was rapping about drugs.
Yeah.
Before that they was rapping about gangster shit. Like
Mhm.
every era of rap has had something negative in it.
Yeah. But you know what the problem is nowadays? You see more of the negative than anything. Like you don't see too much of the uplifting music or you know the music that shows us in the best light. You see the music where we talking about. Well, I hear the music where we talking about shooting each other up, fucking all crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't see like that influx of like when it first started in the '80s and stuff like that. People was just rhyming and vibing. It wasn't about, you know, shooting nobody, killing nobody. But now that's so popular to hear a hip hop record, and that's pretty much all you hear in the record is killing and shit like that. That's the negative of it. So it's like it's still more conscious artists out there and artists that like make good music, but it's so drowned it out by all of the shit that we got playing right now it's like it almost don't exist. So is
Right,
it doing more harm than good right now at this moment?
right.
Absolutely. Is it motivating these kids to be out here in 80-degree weather with hoodies on? Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Never understood
yeah.
that shit. A fucking hoodie and a shiesty on and it's 95 degrees.
That
Talking
nigga
about you got the switch on
you
you.
know that nigga is sweating.
Yeah, young boy, you need to go get checked out. You need a check.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
You think
Yeah.
this shit is thorough, so it's definitely harmful and it's influential to the wrong group of people. Like these kids get one hoodie and a switch and they turn on Dirk on Apple Music and they the hardest niggas out. You know what
That's a
I'm saying?
shame, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's doing a lot of harm, man. It's doing a lot of harm. But do I completely believe that it's doing harm to everybody? No. In my darkest
But
times, I listened to my favorite artist, and that was Wayne, and that got me through a lot of shit. You
facts.
know, and Cole
Facts.
and all of them people that I grew up on. So I don't believe in it wholeheartedly. But do we need to do some work in the hip hop community? Oh yeah, oh yeah. You know
Facts.
what's funny? Dirk just put up something before we got on this
I seen
live. He talking about
that.
hip hop ain't the same, and
Yeah.
they in the comments like,
Nigga,
nigga,
you
it's because
started
of
it.
you. Like, what
you
you?
you
Like you
started it.
got to, yeah, like you got to look at the man in the
You
mirror
know
right now, brother.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
Like you ain't without guilt. So yeah, and then it's crazy. I always try to figure out why people want to hear that, right? I guess like if you high and you vibe and the beat is good enough, all right. I guess it can be a catchy song, but why do you want to put that poison in your body, right? And be a thug and emulate what you're hearing in the music. It never does no good to you.
You know what's crazy?
What?
When I used to work for the company I used to work for, I'm not gonna say it on here, but
Mhm.
you know the company.
Yeah.
So one of my coworkers, rest in peace to him.
Mhm.
He had got shot actually,
Mhm.
and but I remember having a conversation with him because I was
Mhm.
about to leave. I'm first shift, he's second shift. I'm about to
Mhm.
leave. He coming on, and I was like just talking to him, and I was like, "What kind of music you listen to?" And he was
Mhm.
like, "I don't listen to music," or he said some shit like, "Oh, I don't listen to rap," because I was naming my favorite artists, and I was like, Dirt, Raw Wave, Young Boy, all them,
Mhm.
and he was like, "I don't listen to that type of music," and I was like, "Oh, why?" And he was like, "I don't like putting that stuff in my ears," and
Mhm.
I was like, "Damn, that's deep. That's like really deep." Like he was younger than me, but
Mhm.
he was like he's
Yeah.
so aware.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and it's crazy because when when I was younger, we used to go to youth Bible study,
Mhm.
and the youth Bible study pastor or whatever, like at the time, we had this one argument in class, and she was like, "You gotta be careful what you listen to," blah blah blah, and I was like, I wasn't hearing none of that at the time. Like I was like, I ain't hearing none of that, like
Mhm. Being
because
stubborn. Yeah.
yeah, I
Mhm.
was being stubborn because I was like, it don't affect me.
Mhm.
But what don't affect me might affect the next nigga.
Yeah.
Like he might be more influenced by it. Like
Mhm.
these kids are more influenced. They're too easily influenced.
Mhm.
Like if you got a strong mind, you're not gonna be influenced by it. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure you're
And
not influenced by it. Like
no.
you can turn on a drill record right now,
Mhm.
and but you're not going to go kill somebody. But
Nah. 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 No.
but
But it's crazy. When I was younger, you couldn't tell me nothing. When I would
right,
hear them Philly niggas spitting, Reed Dollars and Meek and all of them, before they became, Meek, well, Meek specifically became who they are now. You couldn't tell me I wasn't the hardest thing out listening to them niggas because my mind was so vulnerable. Right
and
now,
that's
if I turn on one of those records, okay, it just is what it is. Like, there's a new artist, but he's not really a new artist. He's been out for a year now, but new to me, right? Called Skrilla. I don't know if you heard of Skrilla.
no, I know
Yeah, Skrilla go down there and be
he
in K
wild.
and they
That's a
with
wild bull.
the fiends and
Wild
all of that, right? Do
wild bull.
I agree with what he does and his actions? No. You out there and you willingly admitting that you a fiend and all that shit. Do I agree with it? No. I want you to do better. But can I say I don't listen to his music? No, I listen to it and I like it. But am I gonna go down there and be all doped up with the junkies and all of that shit like how he do? No. So there's a difference, right? As opposed to a younger me, I can't imagine a younger me listening to that music. I would probably be influenced to do that stuff, go down there and be in that area. But it's definitely a mental thing, right? Like you got to know how to separate it, right? You got to say, okay, This is the real life that I'm living. This is entertainment. And I think that's the problem. A lot of people don't know how to separate them. They put
Yeah,
them together.
yeah.
They put their real life with the entertainment. And it's like ultimately, these people crash out. These people end up dying. These people end up going to jail. You don't want to put your energy into that. You don't know where it's going to take you. You
These
don't know.
kids, these kids need to hear exactly what you just said. They
Mhm.
need to hear exactly word for word, exactly what you just said, because
Mhm.
they're too, like you said, their brains aren't developed. First of
No.
all, you don't know what you want. Your hormones are raging at that time because you're going through puberty.
Yeah.
You
So
are
hearing a
from,
song about fucking 10 bad bitches, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, you motivated to go out there and hit shit. Like,
yeah,
you
you
don't
all
know
from,
what these
like,
chicks got. None of that.
that's why they say my the youth pastor and everybody that I've known has said like the devil like was the god of music or whatever,
Mhm.
and he really uses music to get a hold of us.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't believe that at first, but now I
Mhm.
do. Like I see it, I believe it. Do I still listen to music that's toxic? Yeah, but
Mhm.
I do
You know how
believe
to
it.
separate it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like you,
I do believe
you
it
ain't
though.
gonna hear Dirk talk about shooting 30 ops and then go get a gun and
Right,
shoot everybody that you consider an op.
right.
You're not gonna do it. You know real life. You understand real life consequences, and you smarter. Now the problem is with a lot of these rappers, they make it seem like it's their real life too, and there's so much fabrication in it, like it makes no sense. Like your man's Future, the one that you said was one of the goats. I still ain't forgot your ass said that.
I
Pissed
stand
off with
on
you.
that though.
Yeah, I know you
I
do.
stand on that.
But your
I
dude,
ain't backing.
Future, came out a couple years ago in an interview and said he don't even be on them drugs like that.
Yeah, I know. I
It just
remember that.
it just sound good for the music.
I
But
remember
you'll
that.
have a little vulnerable 13 or 14-year-old, right? That listens to that feels like he really does that. And that's maybe his favorite rapper. So he go out there and he get hooked on lean and all of that shit. And
No,
it's just like a cycle, a cycle, a cycle.
I
Because these
remember
kids
that.
don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy? That leads me to the point of God said, "Don't idolize these people." Like
No, at
he
all.
says, "Don't idolize them," and there's a reason why you can't idolize them.
Mhm.
One, they're not your role models. Your role
Mhm.
models should be whoever raised you, whoever looked out for you, whether it was your uncle, mom, dad, like cousin, like older cousin. That should be your role model. A lot of
Mhm.
times, these kids are idolizing Future. They idolize Dirt. They don't idolize their dad that should be in the house because the nigga ain't there. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and
Like
that's what I was about to get at too. Like they look for things to raise them because the accurate love is not in the home, right? So mom's probably not in the home, dad's not in the home, and I'm not saying for all of them, but when they don't have that support and that love at home and that basis of like people teaching them, right from wrong and this, that, and the third, they run to shit like that. The gun violence and being out in the streets and the music because they look for something to raise them as a substitute and not getting it in the home. So a lot of kids, it's not even their fault, sadly. They
it's
looking for
not.
something to lean on.
It's it starts in the home.
Yeah.
Like people have been saying that it starts in the home,
Mhm.
but it's like it's not Future's fault.
No,
Like
not at all.
he's literally an entertainer.
Mhm.
These these rappers, these music artists are entertainers, and
Mhm.
we take them for like. I'm not gonna lie, I did it. Like LeBron, I used to I used to like I had a Bron jersey.
Mhm.
Bron was my screensaver. Like that's
Mhm.
idolization at that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, idolize somebody like that. Like, there's only
I think
one true idol, and that's Jesus. That's God.
I, I think for kids, right, because and I speak from my personal experience, right, because I love Wayne as a teenager. How I love Wayne now as an adult. That was my idol, not because I didn't have the love around me. I had plenty of love around me, but I think you in your puberty and your growing pains and all that stuff, you just look for something to connect to. It might not be the best thing, and you might have been raised great, but in those ages where you're trying to find yourself, I think whatever is, I guess, the most appealing to you, the most is desirable. Like when I was a teenager, I wanted to be a rapper, so I
Hmm.
had a favorite rapper, and so that's who I idolized, and that's what I wanted to do at the time. And I don't even think, like, thinking about it now, I don't even think I knew that, like, I was trying as hard as I was to be something that I would never be. Like at 32, like obviously I'm not gonna ever be Wayne. Like, look, I got the locks now and everything. Like, but I'm still not. You know what I'm saying? I think that
Yeah,
I just kind of, it was comforting to me to like put myself in that position of like, that's my favorite rapper. Now I'm gonna try to be like him completely. You
and
know, with the
it's what you grow up around. Cause I
let me
can
get a little
remember.
light going on up in here. My black
No,
ass. I'm
you
here
good.
though, Nick.
You good.
I mean, Nick live. Call
You
me the
good.
wrong goddamn name. Jesus Christ.
No, you
Hopefully
good.
that's a little better.
I
Okay,
was
yeah,
I was going to say it's also what you grow up around
yeah.
because I can remember like when I was younger and my mom moved us to Florida. We had moved to Tallahassee, right?
Mhm.
I remember across the street there used to be this one bull.
Mhm.
He was in high school at the time. I was like 12 years old,
Mhm.
and he had got a car. He had rims on it, black
Mhm.
car. He used to watch that car every week. He used to keep that car clean as shit. He
Mhm.
used to dress clean as shit. This nigga was in high school.
Mhm.
I don't know what he was doing, but he was on his shit. And then up the street, there used to be this park that they used to have like every Sunday. They used to have like cookouts, and everybody would bring their cars around there. Like used to bring like the old school, and they used to sit on 22s
Mhm.
and play loud music.
Mhm.
And then I can remember like myself putting on the little gum wrappers on my teeth
Mhm.
and talking like that and shit like that. Like I grew up around that,
Mhm.
so it's like you want to be that. It's
Yeah.
also about what you grow up around and shit like that. So
Yeah.
I can just remember seeing that, and I was like, I don't know. I just wanted to.
Cause
I
they.
remember, I remember telling myself, "Yo, I want golds. I don't want no
Mhm.
fucking golds."
Yeah.
First of all, I'm a 9 to 5 nigga. What I
Yeah.
look like going to the job with golds and with
Yeah.
permanent. I can't do that. So I don't know. I just you know, it's
Yeah.
just like your environment, which you grow up around and shit like
Mhm.
that.
And it's
But
also that, like, you grew up in a home, let's just say, where that's all they played was that type of music, and that's just their whole thing, right? You bound to feel like that's the right thing, right? Well, until you get of age and you truly start to understand, because you start to see a lot of these rappers get locked up or killed or whatever the case, or they die from it. In the instance of Rich Homie Quan died from an overdose. Rest in peace to
rest in
him,
peace. Rest in
and
peace.
condolences to his family. Like, you see that and you feel like it's regular for so long. I don't know. I think
Get used to it.
you kind of get used to it, and it's very sad, but this is just where we at, and unfortunately, I don't see the culture changing anytime soon. I think it makes too much money, or it pays too much to be toxic and
You
be drugged up and
yeah.
be sexy red and all of that shit. And it
Here-
look like we got Nick coming back on.
Before we get off this topic, I wanted to bring up this because I feel like what you just said leads me to like it leads to this.
Welcome
Yeah,
back,
I'm
brother.
sorry.
Welcome back.
It's not decided
Yo,
to.
Nick. Yo.
Yeah, I'm back.
So we was just talking about hip hop and whether it's like um negative or positive, like has it caused more harm than good in the black community and shit like that. So I wanted to tell you, Tay,
Mhm.
what you just said, like the toxic, the shootings, the killings, the drug dealings, who profits from that?
The
The white
companies.
man.
The white man.
Oh, he
Leor
about to
Cohen,
go. Oh
Leo,
my God, man.
Leor
I
Cohen,
shouldn't have. Oh
Leo,
man.
No, look,
Damn,
listen. You
You
let
need to
me.
move on out
man.
of
Yo,
this.
look. You led me
He
to
gonna
this,
find a way to circle back around the white people every
bro.
time. He's showing y'all who he is. I'm telling y'all, he's showing y'all who he
Bro,
is.
but you
Pay
led me
attention
to
to
this though.
this shit.
You should have never said it.
Oh my god, man.
Lear
God
Cohen.
damn.
Lear Cohen is Jewish, I think. I don't know, but he's a white man, and he's the president of one of the labels or whatever. He
It's one of the
profits
larger
off of this shit.
labels. I think it's like Interscope or
Universal,
something like that.
and it's
He's big. He's big.
yeah. So they profit off of this shit, and they don't even know the culture. They not in the culture, but they're profiting off of this shit. So they gonna
Oh
keep
man.
this shit going.
Yeah, because we don't teach kids that it's okay to separate entertainment from real life. And I think it's kind of a village accountability thing. I think that's what you were saying in the group chat, Nick. You were saying like, you know, as a village we need to get these young boys together. And I said something along the lines of, hell no, these kids shooting nowadays. I ain't telling these kids nothing. But technically, yeah, it is our fault.
That,
Cause we
I
ain't
mean,
we ain't on their asses about it.
it's group effort. It's a team sport. As far as
Yeah.
hip hop goes, it's a young man's game.
Mm-hmm.
You can look around and see how these young kids is living and how they doing things, and it's just it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that there's a song out right now, just came out maybe a week ago, called "Whip It's," crazy work.
yeah, that's
Everybody
crazy.
should.
Yeah, I had to look it up because I had seen it. I watched the documentary with Skrilla. I know Nick, you
Yeah.
sent me the one with the rapper that just passed, but I watched the one with Skrilla and I was like, what
The
the fuck is that
original,
in his
yeah,
hand, man?
it's a Whip It. Yeah,
I'm like, what?
it's
And apparently it's called some galaxy gas or some shit like that. These
it's
kids
made
is just sucking it out the fucking thing and you
it's
know, it's
nitrous oxide is used to make flavored like whipped cream,
mm,
but they inhale it and it's like a euphoric feeling, but it's equivalent to like it rocks your brain just as fast, if not faster than like CTE.
well, listen, let me tell you something. I did some research on it. And you know
Oh,
how long the high is on that shit?
Seconds.
That's it. You spend more time coming down off of it than
Then
you
on it.
spend on it. And it's like, why would you want to, ingest that just to be high for a couple seconds and then
They're chasing
you
a dragon. It is what it is.
you spend the whole fucking day trying to come down off the high or mixing the high with other shit, like in the case of Skrilla.
You
This nigga on
was getting
there,
crazy.
oh my god,
You doing
popping
pills,
pills, like just but a
everything.
young kid that's in his teenage years will not know the difference.
I mean, we didn't know the difference when it was Future. We didn't know the difference when it was like Pimp C and them, God rest his soul. We
Hmm.
didn't know the difference when it was, I mean, when it was Biggie and them.
Yeah, but
They
see, we
made
grew up though.
a
Did,
lot of people, and
did
just
we
like you
do
said,
stuff behind the music to crash out? I don't know. I ain't gonna tell y'all my stories, but if y'all want to tell y'all,
that's crazy. No, if you ain't going to divulge the footages, I ain't going to divulge the footages because I got crazy in my lifetime, and it is what it is.
yeah. There
You
was
make
one.
stuff.
There was one point where I wanted to act like the lean drinking rappers, and I would get NyQuil and put it in my soda. Cause who the
That's
fuck
not
was selling me the
that's.
real shit? I was 15,
I mean,
so it's like it is. It's
that's
influential. It's influential.
hilarious.
Sometimes in the wrong fucking ways too, man. In
Because
the
there was no
wrong
way
guy.
you was getting activists at like anything below 18.
And
But
that's the thing, right? But to create the illusion, go to the poppy store, get a $5 NyQuil, get a Sprite, put some Jolly Ranchers in there, put a cap full of NyQuil in the
yeah,
fucking soda,
you
and
got to drink damn near the whole bottle.
act like you drinking lean. But it wasn't for the feeling; it was for the look.
mm,
It was for the look.
mm,
That's the problem. A lot of these kids are trying to look a certain way
mm.
nowadays, right?
I'm not for
And they
the
can't
visuals. I'm
afford
here
to
for the
even look
high.
that way. Hmm?
I said I'm not here for the visuals. I'm here for the high.
For me, at the time, it was about the visual. I visually look like a gangster. I look like somebody because I'm sitting on the step. I'm sitting on my aunt's step on a summer night with two styrofoam cups, and it's a Sprite in there or a Mountain Dew, and I dropped a little bit of NyQuil in there, so I
Just
look
walking
like
around with the
somebody.
clearest throat of all time. That's crazy work. Just because you want
And
to look
and
cool.
of course I'm rolling up too. So I just I look like I do this shit for real, for real.
But they
But
putting all types of stuff behind that though. Like they doing drugs on top of drugs, which is crazy.
yeah, I can't imagine what a day in the life of Skrilla is like for real, for real. In your mind, you hitting a whippet and you popping pills and
Yeah,
That nigga's
you putting
he,
lean on your
that nigga
blunts. Like
it's
I can't
that
imagine.
nigga's
it's
brain is cooked.
What is
it, it's
That
funny because I do listen to him and he tells you about it. He tells you he fucking pops a whole Zanny bar before he even brushes his teeth.
this? Mm,
And he, hit the joint and he get on about his business.
yeah, which is crazy. Like popping the Zanny before you brush the grippers is nuts. Like.
Before you yell, I'm I
Yeah, that's my shit too. I was just telling Liv. I said I listen to him, but I'm so glad that I'm at this age now where I know how to decipher, the real
the
life from the
artist from the yeah,
entertainment.
yeah.
Cause my stupid ass would be down there in K and A trying to do it with him, sitting
Nah.
on the stage. You put a video up the other day. He's sitting on the fucking steps of the fucking L with the fiends eating Chinese food platters. No, my ass would have been down there too. What we
I'm
eating
okay.
tonight? It's on you.
I'm okay.
you know it's crazy.
He said,
You
What's
know it's
up, man?
crazy though. I
What's
feel
up?
I used to think that the nigga Skrilla was from Florida because of his
He
Mm,
looked
locks.
like it.
He looked like he looked like
Oh, he got the wicks. He
he
got the
hang
wicks out. Yeah, he
with
mm,
you know
Kodak and them.
he
mm,
Like
he
this
he
nigga
got
from
the
Florida.
he got the gold
He
teethuses.
got the
mm.
goals, yeah.
Yeah.
This nigga look like he from Florida, but I'm like,
He.
nah, that's crazy.
I know the vibe.
I mean, ultimately, right, we agree that it's done more harm than good. But how do we stop it? We probably can't because these young bulls don't listen. Take for instance, Rich Homie Quan just died from an overdose. You think that's gonna be the only overdose death for the rest of the
Right,
year?
right.
It's not. Whether it's a mainstream rapper or a local rapper, somebody else gonna die from pills or whatever it was. Because I don't know what
It's
kind of drug it was.
it's all
Somebody,
running away from something.
ultimately, it is. That's a great point. Is you running away from something, and I don't know what it is except for these high ass prices because the world ain't that bad. I mean, no, it's bad. It's bad with the gun violence and all of that shit that's going on. I
They and
get it.
you gotta understand these young boys is going through trauma and stuff like that. They see they friends, they peers getting
Mm,
taken away from them, so they gotta turn to something. And these counselors can only deal with so much
mm,
volume.
yeah.
So
You know, it's
what are they
crazy.
doing?
I was talking to my brother about this before, like after I got off of work today, because he brought up Rich Homie Quan, and I was like, I just don't understand why these people do it. But I was like, then I do understand certain cases because I remember we worked at the mall, right?
Mm,
One of the guys who started, I was training him on a post, and we was standing up like over the railing, like when you in the center
mm,
and you look over, we
mm,
we like looking over, and I'm training him, I'm telling him about everything. This
mm,
nigga kept falling asleep, and I'm like, yo, what's up with him
mm,
or whatever. And then later that day, he had told me he got shot,
mm,
and they gave him pain meds, so he got
mm,
hooked on the pain meds.
mm.
Now he take pain meds and shit like that. And I'm like, that's niggas, you know, they
Coked
get,
off them perks and shit.
yeah, because they get
Yeah,
shot.
yeah.
And I'm like, I don't understand it, but I see why they do what they do. And it's like,
It also boils down to having addictive personalities. If addiction is in your family, and
facts.
you never reconciled that, or you've never seen it, because I know it's within my family, but I don't have an addictive personality. I won't. There'll never be a time where I'll like pick something up and be like, I like the way this goes. I'm gonna keep doing it. The only thing I've done that with is like video games or like nerd shit, but that's just because I like it. It
Yeah.
ain't hurting nobody.
What is an addictive personality though? Like, I hear people say that,
Like an
I'm
addictive
confused. So break it
personality
down for me.
is like you start to fiend for stuff. Your body craves the how you say the endorphins that make you
Mhm.
happy from other things, whether it be chemical or it could be physical, it could be emotional.
Mhm.
You're just addicted to doing these things.
Mhm. Mhm.
It becomes a pattern, like Liv said. It becomes a very, very innate pattern.
Mhm.
So I mean, having an
Okay.
addictive personality, like but you have to look into your family about it. Like it could be as small as like, my mom used to smoke cigarettes, or now your mom smokes cigarettes, and now you know that you have an addictive personality set within your family.
Mhm.
It could be alcohol, it could be drugs, it could be Pepsis, whatever
Mhm.
it is.
Yeah.
Just so you know the patterns and you
Yeah.
can know what to stay away from. Because at least with like cigarettes and stuff like that, that means you're predisposed to it. It's already in
Mhm.
your DNA. You're gonna be looking for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
know that black people love them Pepsi, so you was right about that.
Nah,
Black
look, man,
people
you
love a
know,
cold Pepsi, man.
ooh, boy, you get it to a certain temperature.
so
Oh
so
shit!
so, so wait, am I? Because I always grew up my whole life like I've had Pepsis, but I fuck with Coca Cola better.
Mm.
Which is fine. It could be it could be the caramel. It could be the chemicals in it.
Yeah, I fuck
That
with Coca Cola more.
which is fine. I mean, it's not
I
some
don't know.
people.
You know what's crazy?
I mean,
I just had a Pepsi yesterday for the last year or so. I was burping like a motherfucker all day,
Yeah,
man. So I don't know what the fuck it was in that shit, man, but I ain't touched a Pepsi in years. And then I
for
just
real.
drank one yesterday. Yeah, I swear, man, I don't really like dark soda.
Oh
it's
shit.
something. It's something that it might have gave you gas. It could have been that.
I don't know, man, but just like even a couple hours after the Pepsi, I had drunk the Pepsi. I'm just,
Could have
and
been other things you ate.
I'm at work too. I'm like, what the fuck? I know I drunk that soda 5 hours ago. Why the fuck am I still burping? What the fuck is going on?
Heartburn,
That
indigestion,
too.
Nah, no,
indigestion.
I ate some chicken a little bit after that.
See,
Yeah,
But I usually eat chicken, so I don't know if that was having trouble digesting. It shouldn't have.
it could
You
have
know,
been
yeah.
the seasonings.
I, I don't know. I don't know. But I get you though, Nick, with the addictive personality thing. So a lot of these kids is just screwed, right? They get
I
hooked
mean,
on
they
the
not.
right music and all of that shit. They done.
Yeah, yeah.
They done. Because they don't have nobody to pull them back and, all that shit.
It's
Like,
it's and that's another thing. If you have the right people around you, they can at least tell you like, hey, yeah, you shouldn't be. Don't do that.
mm,
That's how so and so went out, or so and so was like this when they got onto this, and
mm-hmm.
you gotta tell them and let them know, hey, this is how this works,
When people have seen people die and they still do that shit.
because they don't know no better.
I want to say something.
Mm-hmm.
I read a scripture. I think it was like sometime last week, and I had told my mama about
Mm-hmm.
this. And I don't want to. I don't know what the scripture said word for word, but it says something to the effect of, like, God will either bless or curse your family.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could do something wrong, like, not something wrong. I just want to say, like, you could have a family, right? Thousands
Mm-hmm.
of generations earlier, like, you still dealing with the shit that they got. That's generational trauma. So I feel like that could be part of it. Like, I feel like God cursed like great 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 grandmothers,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm dealing with the generational trauma. That's what generational trauma is.
Mm-hmm.
That's like what black people, like, we have so much hatred in our community.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to when, before the slave trade,
You can't
we
go back
sold
all the way there.
we sold no listen, look, we sold our own people to the white
Mm-hmm.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There you
It
go with
goes
white
back
shit
to
again.
that.
He don't
It
like
goes
white
back.
people.
No,
I'm telling
no,
y'all, he don't like
it
white people.
it goes. No, I got white. I got white people I fuck with. I got white people I fuck with. But I'm
He
just
got
saying it goes
Don't
back to
come
a
that.
over there though, white women. He don't want y'all.
Nah, I'm cool on that. I'm
Even
cool. I'm cool
He
on it.
he he go, he gonna be cool on it until the right one come, and then it's gonna be a different story.
That's what I'm saying. She gonna have that splash too,
It's
nigga.
that splash.
Your
It's the
ass
Just
splash.
gonna
that
be
splat.
hooked.
Just that splat.
Yeah, she gonna have that splash too, nigga. You gotta be careful. You know what I'm
It's a
I'm going.
slippery
I'm
slope.
going. I'm going to Africa to find me a queen. That's what I'm
saying?
gonna do. Or I'm going. I'm
Why?
going.
When you can have your milk magnesia here.
My milk
Nah, I'm cool.
magnesia.
I'm cool.
Milk magnesia.
Nah, I mean,
I'm going. I'm listen. I'm going. I'm staying. I'm staying with my sisters. Even though, like, sisters, like, they. I don't know. I feel like they got to get their shit together. I got to get my shit together. We both in the
Yeah,
same boat.
yeah.
You feel me? Like, we
So
both in the.
get a white woman in the meantime.
wow.
Nah, nah,
While you waiting on your sister to
nah.
get it right on your sisters
A
while we
little
wait.
snack before the snack.
Little
Yeah.
snack
Why not, man?
before the snack is crazy.
Why not, man?
That's
Why not?
crazy. When your parents ever let you have a snack before your meal?
They ain't never know about that. I would just do it myself. They know that.
See,
Why would I have a
see,
snack? Have a snack before the snack. They know that's fat. I'm doing it because
Yeah.
I want to do it.
see.
Yeah, if you
That's
sneaky enough,
crazy.
you can go down there and grab a cookie or a donut
That's because your
before
ass,
dinner is done.
because your ass know you're not supposed to be doing it, and you still did it.
You damn
I mean,
skippy.
it's life, man.
Yeah,
You
It's
know I'm gonna
life,
go down
man.
there and make a peanut butter jelly sandwich for this chicken, get done frying. You know that's what's gonna happen.
And if you got the chicken in the basket already, I might
You know
sneak
what I
one of
mean?
them out.
You know what I mean? If I'm quick enough.
you gonna get caught and get your ass whooped. You gonna get beat.
I managed to get
If
a
you
piece of
see me
chicken
with
out
my mouth
sometimes.
burnt, you know I got that chicken before it
Uh,
got done.
You
She
gonna
said
get.
she step away real quick to go to the bathroom or go
Let me
change the
slide in here
music
real
on the
quick.
TV or whatever. I can go in there and sneak me a drumstick. Don't underestimate me
It's
now.
only right.
Y'all was bold. Y'all was bold.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know.
My
You ain't
stomach
never sneak in
is
there
taking
when
me.
your mom was cooking that food, man. Get a little bit.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
she
see exactly.
she she seen it though. Like I
Hmm.
didn't sneak. I was like, let me get some. Like I was begging. I was begging at the in the kitchen. Like I would just get on her nerves till she'd be like, "Fuck it, here, nigga, damn."
I mean, it was a mix. For me, it was a mix of both. Cause like my grandma was the type of person. She would give me a little plate, and she would just let me try stuff before she got done cooking.
Hmm.
I got
That's
used
the
to that.
best.
Hmm.
That is the best.
I
You
got
her
used to that.
personal taste tester?
Hmm.
Yeah, I be
What?
in there every taste and stuff. Be like, oh, it's
What?
good. I like
Yeah.
this.
That's the best, yo.
Now I see why I am the way I am.
Yeah. He said, "Now you see where I am, where I am." No, that's
Oh,
real shit though. You know, it's some fast shit that I do.
huh.
I used to. Well, I don't do it anymore, but I used to. Like when my mom used to take us to the mall, used to go in the food court, go all to the Chinese spots and get multiple samples.
Hmm.
I have a whole fucking
That's
meal.
That's called
some fat shit, boy.
strategical planning.
Huh?
It's called strategical planning. I want to know
Strategic
what I'm gonna get before I get it. So I
facts,
gotta try to. I gotta try the product. I,
facts.
He
I
just
even
made a
try
whole
different.
platter out of
I tr-
samples.
I try different disguises. I want to with my hair down, hair up.
I gotta put the bourbon chicken between my gums. I gotta make sure it's pure. I gotta make sure it's the good shit.
Gotta make sure it's some good shit. It's
This Jack
crazy.
Daniels. Oh my god.
I feel like we done segued off the conversation, but ultimately we got a lot to do in the hip hop community. We got a lot
Progress.
of work to do.
Progress.
It's not going to change overnight,
You know what?
unfortunately. As bad
You
as we want it to, it's not.
you know. My bad. I mean to cut you off, but
No, you good.
I think Joe Budden has said something on a podcast, and he was like, "It's not the hip hop. It's not hip hop's responsibility to change what's wrong in the black community." And I was like, "That's facts, but you also gotta repair what you fucked up."
Yeah.
You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because hip
Like, it's
hop is
not your
I'm
so
gonna
responsibility.
influential in
Yeah,
black culture. Like,
yeah.
I'm
that's
gonna
not
give
fair
you.
for him
I'm
to
gonna give
say
y'all
that.
another quote. I'm gonna give y'all another quote.
Let me
Hmm.
hear it.
You can't heal where you got hurt.
You can't help what?
You can't heal where you got hurt.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
That's the whole point.
Mm-mm. You can't, because that's you got hurt there. You gotta learn how to move away from that and grow.
When you put put a band-aid over a scar, it doesn't heal it.
It does, but you're not sitting on the ground doing it.
Oh,
Mm.
you say you gotta move, like you gotta
You
keep
gotta
moving.
grow. You gotta move away. You
I
gotta
can't
keep
heal in
growing.
the same place
With
that you hurt in.
Oh
yeah,
shit.
Okay,
This
okay.
you
nigga's
gotta
spin.
move. You gotta move away from it. Cause I mean,
Mm.
cause it, any drug dealer will tell you, you hurting the community. You know that. But I can't stay there and keep trying to heal it. Like I gotta move away and be like, all right, well let me do the clothing drives. Let me give away the book bags. Let me buy some of these houses that I fucked up and
Mm.
and and and, and bring everything back. The rapper that just died talked about that. He said that, yeah, I know I fucked up these blocks, but eventually I'm gonna come back, buy these houses up, and give them back to the community.
Mm.
It's an understanding of you got to be able to, do that. You got to get to that point. But if you
Mm.
ain't grown enough to do that, then
But you know what's crazy? He also didn't like he had half the he had half uh his plan down. Because he said he wanted to give back, like back to school drives and shit like that. But then the
Mm.
nigga also said, "Oh, I'm right here in Philly. I'm not leaving. I be in the city all day, every day." So you contradicting yourself.
Yeah.
Like you said, like Nick said, he had to move out of Philly to grow. Dirk
Mm.
moved from Chicago, went to Atlanta. He couldn't. If he was in Chicago, that nigga would have been smoked by
Yeah.
now. You
Yeah.
can't grow. Like I get what you're saying, Nick. Like we get what you're saying. Like you can't heal where you hurt. So I feel like
But
he
hip hop
was
is
country.
nationwide though, so it's like you can move away from your surroundings. Your surroundings are your typical gun violence in Philly and shit like that, and go to Chicago and still be listening to the same shit
but
and be
it's
influenced to act like a
in the
Chicago nigga and crash out.
Here's
but the influence in hip hop. I didn't mean to cut you off,
no,
but
you
You
good.
good?
in hip hop, it's the same thing. One of the biggest examples of that is like KRS-One. When
Mm.
he was doing Boogie Down Productions, it was it was what we listen to now. It was shoot 'em up, it was kill 'em, it was fuck them niggas on that side. We don't fuck with them niggas on that side, but now it's growth. Now it's uplifting. Now it's, I got to teach the kids. I have to give lessons. I have to tell them the things that they need to
Mhm.
know. Because you got to grow into that. You got to make it to that point.
Yeah.
That's why I always say it's a gift for a black man to get old.
Mm,
Well,
that's a bar,
hip
bro.
hop
You
should
you be
come
dropping
with a
gems like
an age limit then if that's the case. If
Well,
here's
that's
we
what
what
it is. It
understand.
is. Because it's a young man's sport. You got to understand you got to step away from the
No,
game.
I mean as far as like okay, so when I was growing up, obviously like CDs was still a thing, right?
Yeah,
But my mom would not buy me no explicit CDs, bro. Everything was clean, right?
I get that.
I mean
I get that.
like as far as that. Hell, with my brother too, you know my brother, our shit was clean. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? My mom was religious and shit like that. I mean, as far as that, like nowadays, I mean, clean records and all of that shit is on Apple Music, but what are they looking for? What can they access? They can access the explicit music.
No, they can.
The explicit music is accessible, so that's what they go to. Where if there was like an age limit thing, I like, no, you can't buy this music, or you can't stream this because you're not of age yet. If
They've
that
been
was
doing
a
that.
thing, you
They've been
know,
they was doing that in like the late 80s, early 90s. That was the explicit content thing.
mm-hmm,
He was kind of trying to get in front of that and trying to make it like an age limit on it. But it was still, you were still getting the music you wanted to listen to. Like I
yeah,
distinctly remember, like my mom bought me my first album. It
mm-hmm,
was the Miseducation on Lauryn Hill.
mm-hmm.
And then with my money, my little bit of $5, I went down to 52nd Street, bought my first Big Thomas album, and it
Yeah,
changed my life.
bootleg joint, man. All right, listen,
here's what I'll say. You know what's crazy? Cause
what?
it goes back to what you said, like what we was talking about, like you can't grow where you heal, or
Yeah,
you can't heal where you
Mm,
hurt. So I
yeah.
think a lot of these niggas, like 99% of the niggas, think the streets love them. That is a mentality that has caused so much fucking confusion and hurt
mm,
in the community. Like the streets do not love you
mm,
at all. They don't
No,
fucking love you.
at all.
And it don't matter. It don't matter how much love you show the streets.
Mhm.
They going. It's going to end up either one or two ways. Like we seen it. We seen it in and music and in movies like Mitch
Mhm.
and Paid in Full. The streets. Oh, the streets
Well,
love me, baby. Like
Nick
I'm a hustler. Like I'm
got disconnected.
Nick.
It's
Yeah,
all
Nick.
right.
Yeah,
It's all right.
but
We appreciate you, Nick. We about to wrap it up in a minute or two anyway. We're gonna get ready for this Eagles game. But go ahead, Liv.
I was just saying, like they think the streets love them and shit like that. The streets don't love you. That's all.
Mm. No, not at all. Not at all. And it's really sad. I'm really sad to see what the hip hop community and the culture is gonna be like in the next couple years or whatever. Because, like you said, these companies they make money off of that. They make money off of black men
I can't.
dying and these entertainers. Yeah, yeah, they make money off of that. So if they can
It's
find a way
crazy.
to continue to push that and push the next artist to do that, they will. And it's almost a thing where we don't really have no hope. Like, we kind of in a place where we stuck, and it's
If
unfortunate.
we would have hope though if we realized that we control this shit.
Mhm.
Because
We
we don't
do.
realize it. We don't realize it though. We control it,
Mhm.
but we don't realize it.
Mhm.
Niggas don't like. They don't peep like. Nigga, you control this shit. Like Dirk,
Mhm.
you control this.
Mhm.
Future, you control this. Like
Yeah.
y'all control the narrative, the game. Like
Mhm.
y'all control this shit. So they don't realize that even regular niggas like me, they don't realize we don't realize that we can control our own narrative. I
Mhm.
stay out the streets. I don't want to
Mhm.
be there. I'm
Yeah.
gonna control my own story. Like I'm gonna do my best to like even if I don't get to a good place
Mhm.
of like success or whatever, I'm gonna
Mhm.
try my best to get there because I control this shit. They don't
Yeah.
realize that they control this shit. They think, oh,
Absolutely.
it's my they believe in like, do you believe in destiny?
Mhm.
You believe in destiny, so whatever
Yeah.
like whatever's for you is for you, no matter
Yeah.
what you do.
Mhm. Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
don't know. I don't really believe in that.
Mm, I don't know. It's more of a spiritual thing for me, right? So maybe
I
it's not
think
destiny, but it's like what's the word? I'm looking for the word, not destiny. Fate.
fate, yeah,
Fate. And believing that I live a certain way, so certain things will come to me if I continue to live this way and I continue to strive for what I strive for. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But maybe destiny is not the word. Probably not. But it's something that is like it's gonna have to get worse before it gets better, unfortunately. And a lot of these rappers, like you say, they do control it, but the money's still coming in. So will they try to control it? No, they gonna do whatever these record labels want them to do. They keep
right,
putting food on the
right.
table. How these dudes ain't even like that? They ain't tough like that. How they put it in their music,
No,
but it sells. So yeah, we got a lot to work on as far as this, man. We got a lot to work on as far as hip hop, as far as interracial relationships. I hope y'all seen that Liv don't like white women, and that's just the conclusion to that. Okay, he
yo,
just gonna stick to
that's
his guns on it. We
crazy.
tried to convince him in the beginning of the episode. He wasn't trying to hear it. So whatever.
That's crazy.
We gonna have to spin the block for a part two
We
of
can
this.
definitely. I want to spin a block when we in the studio. That's what
Okay.
I want to. I want to
All
spin a
right.
block when we in the studio because I
Okay.
gotta defend myself, yo.
Okay.
I
Yeah, yeah.
gotta
So
defend myself
I don't know what we gonna do, y'all. I don't know whether it's we gonna do the studio for the next episode or we gonna come back here. We'll establish it, all of us when we
wherever.
get off of here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wherever.
yeah. When we get off of here and we talk, all of us collectively we'll talk and we'll figure out what the next move is. See, not too many was in the live. It was people in here every now and again, but for the people that did come in here, we appreciate y'all. This is the first time we trying it on live. I enjoyed the experience, Of course, Nick had to come on and off of here, but we trying our best, man. This is episode 9, man. Interracial dating, hip hop, and all of that stuff. I feel like we got some pretty good points across, man. Follow Critical Counseling Podcast on Instagram
And we gonna
if
save
you don't
this
already.
live.
Yeah, we're gonna
And
save this. This will
we
go up
gonna
on the
save
YouTube and
this
all of that.
facts.
hmm
Facts.
So this will be if you're watching this from YouTube already, obviously we already put it up, but this will be on YouTube. This will be on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and Amazon and I think it's on Pandora or something like that. Sometimes I forget how many subscriptions we have, but this will be up there for you guys to stream and listen to. Critical Counseling Podcast, Kritical Counseling Podcast on Instagram, Critical Counseling on is that I don't know if it's Critical Counseling Podcast on YouTube or just Critical Counseling, but
It's
it's
on
one of them.
Instagram. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
on Instagram.
it's on YouTube and it'll be on all those streaming platforms and we're gonna get up out of here. You know the Eagles play tonight. They playing in Brazil against the Packers. So we're gonna get ready for that. I don't know if anybody is here that was here during the first episode. I had beef with the Eagles last year because they ain't win that Super Bowl. So
I'm
we're
not
gonna
gonna
we're
lie.
gonna do it again. We're
Yeah,
gonna we're gonna try again, man. We're gonna spin the block. We're gonna try again, man. You know.
but
But we thank y'all for coming along with us, man. Liv, you have a good night. Nick, I will talk to Nick whenever. Nick probably going to work or something like that. So yeah, we appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a safe night, man.
good luck. See.
All right.